Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's another beautiful day here in Washington State. It is a gorgeous Sunday afternoon. Yeah, I wanted to come on here and do a little debrief on the camping trip and do a little testing today. I've got a mountain cardboard again, so we're going to do some edge retention testing on the Benchmade Redoubt. So stay tuned for that, but until then, it's going to be sort of an everyday vlog. Alright, let's get to cleaning out the Civic. Alright, we got the Civic all done, mostly. Got everything out of there, still got to roll up my sleeping bag and all that, but figured it's a good time to go run some errands. So I'm going to switch over to the GoPro and I'll bring you guys along with. Alright, got you guys on the GoPro now, so... Alright, so we gotta head north to the Indian reservation, the closest Indian reservation, and throw gas in this thing and stop at a little shop there for a couple things. So let's get on the road. Oh, by the way, my favorite band, Ocean Alley, Australian rock band, they just dropped their brand new album, Low Altitude Living. Look it up, it's really good music. Yeah, they just came through Seattle on the 1st of October, and I just couldn't make it out there, unfortunately. Yeah, that would have been awesome to see those guys. Maybe next time around. Okay, so we're on the road now. I live outside of a little ferry town here in Washington State called Kingston. Not too many people. It's not an incorporated city or anything like that. It's just a town in the county, and yeah, there's a ferry landing there, a ferry that goes across the water to a city north of Seattle called Edmonds, excuse me. So yeah, it's nice when the ferry's not in, because the ferry traffic, the influx of traffic from the ferry can be a real pain in the ass. But I think it's worth it living in a place as beautiful as we live in. It really is. I've lived not all over the United States, but I lived in the East Coast, and I've lived up and down the West Coast, and this has got to be one of the prettiest places I've ever lived. It's just, there's so much to offer. Hunting, fishing, crabbing, clamming, you name it. Alright, so we got half a belly full of gas for the Civic, which will last quite a while. I love this thing, gas mileage wise. So yeah, gas is just so fucking expensive right now, especially up here. Yeah, ridiculous, but you gotta do what you gotta do, so. Alright, we're headed south back toward Kingston. Gonna stop in at the little grocery store there in downtown Kingston. pick up a couple snacks, and we'll call it good. Head back to the house, and got plenty to do. So stick with it. Stay tuned. Alright, we are back from doing some errands. Sorry I didn't really show you much. Anyways, Amazon is out for delivery. I ordered some stropping. I'm excited about that. I could finally really get to using that strop, and I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. I'll show you guys here later in the video once the compound gets here and I you know, embed it and all that stuff. So it is real smoky today. It's hard to tell on camera, but got neighbors out doing work. It's Sunday, so I can't blame them. Okay, next thing on my list is to get the back porch all cleaned off. I've got a massive Doug fir tree. That big guy right there. And he hangs over the house, the back corner of the house there. And it just sheds on the roof. It fills up the back gutter, and just rains crap all over the damn back porch. So it's kind of like a bi-weekly thing. I try to get out here and clean off the porch and get up and clean out the gutters, even though we're not expecting rain for another week. So yeah, all right, let's get to it. Okay, this thing's charged up. Yeah, it's actually, it blows pretty good for an electric blower. So let's get up on the roof and get these gutters cleaned out. I have a pile of cardboard that needs breaking down, so might as well take that opportunity to do a little testing, extended testing with the Redoubt with the Applied Weapons Tech Scales. Let's get to it. Alright guys, that was a pretty good amount of cardboard. I could tell she was getting a little dull there toward the end. Definitely not getting through it as quick as it was, but this the steel has proven super easy to sharpen and bring back to life so far, so I'm not too worried about it. This coating on this blade really, it doesn't pick up material very well, which is a good thing. Like cutting through tape, it doesn't pick up a bunch of the gunk and whatnot. It's kind of nice. Yeah, I'm really digging this. Yeah, no hot spots on the scale so far, and I was really bearing down the knife on some of these boxes, like this stuff. This really tough double wall stuff. Heyo. It is later on in the evening, and I thought I'd come on here and talk knives. If you made it this far in the video, you're a champ. You're one of the true ones, so thanks. But if you use that timestamp I put at the beginning of the video, that's cool too. So yeah, we're here to talk about the Benchmade Redoubt. This has been my test knife for the past 17 days. This is the only knife I've been carrying in my pocket for the past 2 weeks. And it's doing everything it needs to do. It's doing everything I've asked it to do. Took it camping a couple days ago, put that video up on the channel if you want to check it out. I'll link it up here. And it did really good doing some wood shaving duty. Getting some tinder to start a fire. It did good. And the edge held up better than I thought it would. I did do a quick resharpening when I got home from camping. I got that on video, but there was an SD card error, and it's gone to the wind. I've been having SD card errors a lot lately. It seems to be all SanDisk. I hate to shit on a company, but it seems to, that's the common denominator in this situation, is that they're all SanDisk. So yeah, thinking I'm gonna switch to a different brand of SD card, because this is getting a little ridiculous. I lost a whole video's worth of footage. That was me sharpening up the Redoubt, so I'll walk you through what I did. I'll tell you exactly what I did. So I started with the 600 grit stone, because there were a couple problem areas right here and right here, so I couldn't get those out with a ceramic or a strop as hard as I tried. So yeah, put it in the work sharp. There it is. Put it in the work sharp. 600 grit. Did that for a little bit, and then went to the 800 and did the 800 for not too long. Each side, just as much as I needed to, and then briefly hit it with the ceramic. Not too long on the ceramic. I didn't want to polish this edge too much. I still wanted it to have a little bit of tooth to it, so hit it with the ceramic, not too long at all, and then just stropped it quite a bit. So it ended up with like this pretty polished but still slightly toothy edge that I really dig. So yeah, I got most of the stropping on video and SD card error. So like I told you, it's getting a little ridiculous. That's 2 videos I've lost to SD card errors, or at least part of a video's content. Anyways, we're gonna do a little bit of stropping right now, just so I can show you sort of my method of stropping. It's pretty simple. I think stropping is like the easiest part of sharpening that you can do, just because it's not as precise. Like, you don't have to have your angle 100% right. Like, it can be off a little bit and you're still going to strop what you need to strop up, but you know, it can be off a little bit, not a lot of it. You know, keep your angles tight. Always try to keep your angles tight, as tight as you can. But yeah, let's go ahead and do a little bit of stropping on this. Then I'm going to be filming a separate video that's going to be reprofiling the buck high line. So keep an eye out for that. I know that's kind of random and off topic, but Yeah, it's like 25-degree edge, 25 degrees per side. I'm going to try to take it all the way down to 15. So we're going to take a lot of material off, and it's going to be interesting. So I'm going to bring you guys along for that. Like I said, that'll be a separate video. Okay, let's get to doing some stropping. I'm going to change angles and we'll get to it. Alright guys, let's get started. Got our strop loaded up with compound. Got our knife. You just try to keep your angle nice and consistent. That's why I have my thumb on the blade. It just helps me control it as I strop it. Go ahead and switch to the other side now. So after I do all my stropping on the compound side, I'll turn it over to the just bare leather, or in this case suede, whatever, side, and get all the compound off the blade. It gives it that final little polish. Alright, so we're done stropping. Hopefully that gave you the idea of sort of what I do when I do my stropping. So let's see how it cuts. Paper, the old paper test. I already know how sharp this knife is. We're just doing it for y'all. Yeah, I could keep going, but I'm making a mess. It's sharp. It's quite sharp. I'm happy with how sharp it is. I'm pretty stoked on the edge I got on this thing. It'll do that to paper, but it'll still cut through cordage very, very easily. It's still got a little bit of tooth to the edge. It's a good in between. I'm really liking how I can pretty much put the D2 to any kind of edge I want so far. So really digging this particular build. Really digging these scales. They are absolutely a game changer for this knife. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a bit all over the place, but I tried to make it as entertaining as possible. So thank you. Thanks for the continued support on the channel. See you guys on the next video. Okay, see you guys on the next one.